Hello, Basic Brian here again, and I also bought a Nintendo Switch again. Originally I had a Nintendo Switch for a little while, but I actually was a little unhappy with it and their subscription service and other things. I didn't like how you couldn't buy Nintendo games and Super Nintendo games like you can on the Wii U, so I actually traded it in for a Wii U. But I decided to buy one again after some time and seen other people have them. And so I'm going to show off my physical Switch collection, and you can see them as they are red on my shelf here. I have the Nintendo ones on top and the other ones on the bottom. But I'll show you off the Nintendo ones first. So far, I have Super Mario RPG. This is the only one I've finished physically that I have. This is a remake, or you might even want to, it's not even a remake, it's more of a rehaul, graphical rehaul. You can't really call it a remaster, but it's pretty close. But a rehaul of Super Mario RPG, a beloved Super Nintendo game. One that I played back in the day and rented, one of the first JRPGs I experienced, so it has a special place in my heart. And the next game I have is Paper Mario, I always forget, the Thousand Year Door. I haven't played this too much, just a little bit, but a remaster, kind of, and almost like a rehaul as well, of the original GameCube game. Original GameCube game, which I have not played on GameCube, so I don't have as much of an attachment, but I'm very curious about the series, and I like what I've played so far, but I just don't want to dive into it yet. And next I have Metroid Prime Remastered, which is another GameCube. This is basically a remaster, but first person view Metroid. I've played it a little bit. I never got fully into it, but I do like the series a lot. I like the 2D games more, but I did enjoy Prime. It took me a while to really get into it. And the next one I have is The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. Yep. A Game Boy rehaul of that game. So obviously all my Nintendo games are rehauls, remasters. So I'm kind of a retro gamer through and through. But all right, my non-Nintendo published games are Assassin's Creed 3, which I got from somebody, a very close friend of mine, maybe my girlfriend, but or actually my girlfriend, but I'm just a little bashful to say that for some reason, but she's my girlfriend, and I was able to buy it off her. And I wanted to buy it off of her so it could be part of my collection, but it's kind of a weird thing. She didn't just give it to me, but buying it made it seem like it was my collection, so that's a weird thing that made it mine. But next I have Burnout Paradise, remaster of that game. A very fun game. Never played it thoroughly, but I very much enjoyed the open world, just going really fast, the boost, crashing and doing challenges. It's just a fun game you can play in short bursts. And next we have Mega Man 11, which actually might be the last made game that I have for the Switch, even though it's based on the Retro series and the formula. But yeah, it's interesting. And it's a new 2D, maybe 2.5D Mega Man game. And next we have SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, a remaster of like a GameCube PS2 era game. This is more of a Mario 64-ish goal-oriented platformer game. So I want to try it out, see how it is. it's got decent reviews and it was pretty cheap. I've been kind of obsessed with buying new Switch games from Walmart, so this was pretty cheap. And I wanted to try it out, so I also have other games like this, so it kind of just fits in my collection with stuff like The Legend of K and other 3D platformers that I have that are even remasters or something, so it just kind of went with the collection. And another game I have is this thing, the Star Wars Racer and Commando combo. So this has an N64 pod racing, Nintendo 64 pod racing game port, and an Xbox first-person shooter, strategic shooter port, original Xbox, based on the prequels. So this is episode 1, and this is between episode 2 and 3. So it's kind of an interesting pack to get if you're a Star Wars fan or even hater, just to see what was going on. I haven't played either too much. I played Racer more. I'm less willing to go into the first-person shooter strategy game at the moment, but well, it might be something I want to try, and it was pretty cheap, so I got it. And the last game I have is kind of an indie game, the second newest game that I probably have, Unravel 2, developed game for the Switch. And it looks like an indie game, so I was kind of interested in that for that, and it might be a 2-player game as well that you can play with a single Joy-Con. So that's kind of why I got it, and looking forward to try it out. I like games like this. I like that it's kind of artsy, so I'm kind of interested in it. So thank you for watching. That is my Nintendo Switch physical collection. So that's a new system that I was interested in buying as a retro gamer. All the best. Cheers. God bless.